Hello, everybody. Rose Thorne here. Tonight, I am reacting to Foodie Beauty's live stream comment section called Coffee Bees. I'm also including little tidbits along with her, talking about Nader and what he's been up to. Because there's been just various stuff that's happened today with Foodie Beauty and also with Nader. So let me just go ahead and share my other monitors so you guys can see for yourselves. Okay, let me just go ahead and do this. So before we get deep into Chantal, let's talk about Nader for a minute. Don't worry, we're not watching his stream. I absolutely refuse. But I'm bringing up his stream for a reason. There's definitely a reason here. And the reason is because Nader did a live stream today, and he basically clickbaited everybody with the title, "Here is the News." So because of that clickbait title, everybody tuned in to see what the news was. They didn't know if it had to do with him not living with Didi anymore or anything to do with Chantal. Everybody tuned in. I will save you guys the pain and suffering by letting you know nothing happened in this live stream. What he had to say really wasn't that important. He really didn't say anything of note. But why I've got this live stream up for all of you to see, I feel that he did this live stream as a way to manipulate his audience. He did the live stream in a park type area. He's sitting there against a tree, unshaven, with a backpack, pretty much giving the impression that he's down and out and that maybe he has no place to live, although there's been no confirmation that Didi kicked him out. But still, just giving the physical impression that he didn't have a place to live. Maybe he was going to try to use that to get money from people through PayPal and whatnot. So I feel that this live stream, it was a combination of clickbait and trying to manipulate his audience into maybe feeling sorry for him and give him money. On the other side of the fence with Foodie Beauty, she did a series of community posts. And one of her community posts, she announced to everybody that she was going to get a payday loan. She says, "I got a payday loan to Bees today, so what do you want to do?" So the whole payday loan situation, Foodie Beauty has done before. Although she gets quite a bit of money from YouTube every month, usually right before payday, she's very low on funds. So to have money on hand, if she doesn't have it on hand, she will take out payday loans. And anybody who's ever done a payday loan, you know that they're very, very expensive. They have very high interest rates. So here she is about a week before payday, and she's taking out a payday loan. And in the live stream that she did, Coffee Bees, she talks about taking money out and giving it to homeless people or something. But we know where her money is going. Her money is going for Nader. Maybe she's buying some chemicals for him. I don't know. But yeah, she did make this community post saying she's taking out a payday loan. You would think someone who's making 10, 20 grand a month would not need a freaking payday loan. But Foodie does, because she spends money like it's going out of style. It literally burns a hole in her pocket. So she got a payday loan so she can give Nader some money. And of course, the people had a lot to say about that. So here's what they said. Hey, it's D says, people with horrible credit who owe thousands of dollars in back taxes shouldn't be getting loans of any kind. But hey, let's keep the irresponsible behavior arc going. Can't wait to see what'll happen next month. Yeah, I'm sure her check this month is smaller than usual. Foodie even made the comment that her check was half of what she normally gets. I can't wait till the next month after this one, because I'm sure her check will be even smaller. And then what is she going to do? If it gets too small, she won't be able to support herself, Pete, Didi, Nader, and the cat. Something's got to give somewhere. But here's Foodie making all the money she does on YouTube, and she's taking out payday loans. So, make it make sense. It just doesn't make sense to me. Someone who makes the money that she does, and she's so desperate to keep contact with Nader that she's willing to take out a payday loan just to have money to give to him. or perhaps pay for his motel rooms. Keemster says, you're not doing a very good job of embracing the hate to show that it doesn't bother you. It does, and we love that for you. I love that. I love the fact that we're trolling with the we love that for you thing. That's the newest way to get under her skin, just saying, I love that for you. Erica says, no one could ever accuse you of being intelligent. You know, I know a lot of people think that Foodie is stupid. There's an old saying, the greatest con job that the devil ever pulled was convincing man that he doesn't exist. In Foodie's case, the greatest con job she's ever pulled on people was convincing people that she's stupid. I can say with full confidence that Foodie is not stupid. At least not in the way when it comes to manipulating people and lying to people. You don't have to have a 200 IQ to know how to scam people and manipulate people. You just have to know how to do it. And she's been perfecting her craft for years. She was a liar and manipulator back in her teenage years, and she's perfected her craft all these years, and she finally found a platform where she could get on YouTube and make her lies profitable. And she will go to great lengths to lie to people, to manipulate people, to scam them out of money, and to keep her lies going. Rather than admit to the truth, she will go to great lengths to create more lies to cover up the first set of lies. And proof of that is in the letter that she created to keep going this narrative. Oh yeah, there was a case and it was real and it was genuine. No, it wasn't, Foodie. No. That letter that you showed everybody was a bona fide fake. There was so much wrong with it that it was obvious it was fake. But rather than do the right thing, the only thing you should have done was to tell the truth. You decided to keep lying to people, and the lies is what's making people angry. You could have said, yeah, I lied. I told a bunch of lies. And then once I told the lie, I just kind of got stuck in a hole with it. And I shouldn't have said those things. But no, you actually went so far as to print out a letter and claim that it was a legal document to keep those lies going. That's how far this woman is willing to go to lie and to keep the lies ongoing rather than cut them off. So everybody out there, if you're thinking that Foodie is stupid, she's not stupid that way. She's stupid in a lot of ways. She's stupid when it comes to money and managing money. She's stupid when it comes to, putting your life in order, but not that way. She's smart in all the wrong ways. She's very cunning. She's very crafty. That's what she is, and that's what she does. Helen says, actually cooking lessons for homeboy because he sure as heck needs them. Yes, he does. I find it astounding that he calls himself a chef and he cooks the way that he does. Because even a first-time chef in cooking school would not cook that way. N2 Surgery says she's just trying to drive traffic to her channel because everyone is finally over her crap. Yep. But not only is she trying to drive traffic to her channel, but Nader's as well. Think about it. If she's not on his channel physically, his views suffer, his super chats suffer. So to keep that channel from completely tanking, she's always got to be talking about him. She's got to bring him in the picture somehow. People have told her we don't want to hear about Nader, but she's bringing him up on purpose to keep attention on him and on his channel. When she does that, that keeps the views kind of steady, and there might be some super chats alongside with that. That's why she will never shut up about Nader. It isn't just about her being addicted to him. It's about the fact that there's two channels, and that's her man, and she's going to make sure that she's doing whatever she can to help her man. And that includes going on and on and on about Nader. In order to keep something relevant, either you got to see it or you got to talk about it. So in Foodie's case, she does his edited videos. We all know that she does. She talks about him. So by doing that, she's keeping him absolutely relevant to the story. Del on Earth says, imagine bragging about earning 20K a month and then having to take out a payday loan because your crackhead sugar baby took all your money. Love that for you, Chantal. Yeah, remember when she was in Cuba, y'all? Remember when she said that part of, I have so much money? Remember when she made that statement? Oh, I have so much money. Oh, did you now? Oh, you did have so much money. What happened, sis? What happened? It's all gone now, isn't it? It's all gone. You're so low on money, you got to take out payday loans. My goodness. Have the mighty have fallen. Went from going to Starbucks 3 times a day to maybe going to Starbucks once every other day. Ooh, times are hard for you, foodie. Times are hard. Bragging about all the money you make. You know, you said in those live streams that you hated money, and you said to all those people on your channel, if you don't like it, leave. Well, you got your wish. They're leaving and they're taking their money with them. So how do you feel now? How do you feel now? Channel says, OMG, so truly embarrassing, and you're proud. I don't care what anybody says. I'm grateful for your existence because I get a window into what it's like to live as a complete failure. You know, everybody's tuned into the train wreck. And I think part of the reason for that is that everybody wants to see the end of the story. It's like I said, it's like a long movie you just watch for a while, and maybe even if the movie is not that great, you've already spent so much time watching it, you take the attitude of, well, I've been watching it this long, I might as well just finish it. I think a lot of people are like that with foodie. They've been watching for years, they've been following their story. We've all gotten the sense that the story is just about over. Everybody's curious about what the ending will be. So everybody's just tuning in to see when the train is going to crash, how it's going to crash, and how hard it's going to crash. Monica says, again, this is the perfect time to ghost her, unsub, quit the memberships, and only watch the reaction channels. Hey, we reaction channels, anybody on Chantal's side, we'd be happy to have you. Come on over. As long as you don't act the fool in our chats and get insulting, we're happy to have you. You can watch Chantal. You can comment about Chantal. You won't have to pay $5 to be part of the chat. And we're going to be sober during the entire react. We're not going to be a stoned, drunk, messed up mess. Nah, you can come on over and party. Take your pick. There's lots of reaction channels. We're all different. Find someone you like and have a blast. Let's see. Linda says, save your money for bail when the cops arrest you for forging a fake police document. Yes, yes. Forging a legal document is a no-no, foodie. It's a no-no. Faking a legal document is a criminal offense, ma'am. I guess you didn't think about that when you were making the document. Marie Q says, from the post on Twitter, that letter you forged could get you into serious trouble. Love that for you. And scamming. I don't know how much trouble that it could get Chantal in, to what degree, but it's definitely something not good for her. Dr. Clone One says, got to do what you got to do to be able to afford the weekly rate at the Night's Inn. You know what's interesting is that last night I went online and I looked to see the nightly rate for the Night's Inn motel and what it would cost for Chantal to keep Nader in that motel for a month. You guys want to hear the number? It would cost her over $2,000 to keep her in that motel for a month. That's more than her own rent. And something else that just came to mind. Y'all notice lately that Chantal's been on a kick of cleaning her house? She had bags and bags of trash on her balcony. All those are gone. So like she's been cleaning the house here and there. You have to wonder, is it because Nader's going to come and live there or stay there sometimes? And that's why there's such urgency to get those bags and bags of trash off the balcony. and to clean up the garbage because Nader doesn't like a dirty house. And she doesn't care if the house is dirty. So where is this urgency coming from? You know, if maybe if things get too expensive with her keeping him at the motel, she might be bringing him back to the villa to stay once in a while to save some money. You got to wonder about that. Nothing but love says Chantal. If that letter is fake, it is a chargeable offense. I'd be a little worried. Yeah, she's got a lot to worry about, but that's just one more thing for her to be worried over. And let's see. Emily says, so anyone tells Chantal that actual police officers are calling out her BS when it comes to the letter she received from the Canadian government, that is obviously isn't real. It's a chargeable offense to any of the crap she's trying. And now some cops are trying to investigate this. I love this for you, Chantal. Hey, I don't know where that's leading, but she opened that door by backing up her lie rather than expose the lie and say, I lied to you guys. She opened that door and she's got to deal with whatever comes out. And let's see. Miss Power says, jokes aside, this is just sad. You're almost 40, broke. You don't own a home. Your car is most likely on its last leg. You have no investments, no prospects, no foreseeable future. And now you're acquiring the worst kind of debt. That's depressing. But I love that for you because you love your life, right? You don't hate it at all. See, you know what drives me nuts, y'all? The money that this woman has made on YouTube, if she had screwed her head on tight a long time ago, she could have a nice home, a really nice car, money in the bank, investments. I mean, she'd be sitting pretty right now, big time. But because she's so foolish and so stupid when it comes to her money, she's not stupid in making her money. She's stupid in what she does with it, where it goes, and how it's spent. She ain't got nothing to show for. All the BS on YouTube, all the drama, all the toxicity. What does she have to show for it? Nothing. Nothing at all. She's got nothing that she can say, I did all this stuff for this reason. I put you guys through all this toxicity because I wanted a nice McMansion and I've got a nice Mercedes in the drive. She's got nothing to show for all the crap that she's done on YouTube. All the many hours of live streaming and eating herself to the point of super morbid obesity. It's insane. Let's see, next comment. Chammy Slayton says, when you've already claimed the bankruptcy and aren't allowed an actual credit card, I can't see a payday loan with 80% interest mattering that much. Yeah, what's a little more debt for Chantal? She's already like $40,000 to $60,000 in back taxes. What's a little more debt for her? What's a little more debt? Let's see. Looking for another one. Oh, Jackie Hawkins says, so there's an update on the fake letter. People go back to the troll detective and read the pinned update. It would appear that there was no gag order either. You have been busted, Foodie Beauty, good and proper. What you have done now is a chargeable offense. Yeah, there was no case. And if there's no case, there's no gag order. They kind of go, they roll together. She was saying, I can't talk about him. I can't talk about him because of the case. They suggested that I don't talk about him. But yet you kept talking about him and you kept seeing him. Y'all, I've been telling you guys for the longest that if there was a case, if it were real, Nader would never have seen her because the moment that he saw her, he'd be going back to jail. But he just kept seeing her. So she made all these charges and then she went over to his place with coffee and green and he let her in. Make that make sense. I mean, there's so many things that contradict each other. I knew it was all fake and phony. From the jump, I knew it was fake. Okay, here we go. Sugar and Spice says, you said that you owed a thank you to Charlie Gold because getting terminated from YouTube tripled your income. Then yesterday said we could thank Charlie Gold for you being broke. You just say whatever fits your little story at that moment, don't you? You know what? I'm so sick of Scam Tall blaming Charlie for everything. What does Charlie Gold have to do with Chantal's income? Absolutely nothing. It's Chantal who's in control of her income. It's Chantal who's in control of her content. And if her income goes up or it goes down, it's because of things that she said or that she's done. It's not because of any reaction channel and what they're saying about her or live streaming her content or reacting to her content. You know, Chantal goes back and forth when it comes to reaction channels. One minute she likes us, the next minute she hates us. One minute she says, "Oh, I don't care what they say." The next minute she's throwing strikes and copyright strikes and, "Oh, I don't like them stream sniping. They're stealing my content." She just can't make up her mind. Here's the truth, Chantal. Here's the absolute truth. We've been carrying you for over a year and a half. That's right. We've been carrying you on our backs, keeping your content interesting and bearable to people so they'll keep watching, so that you will stay relevant. We've done our best with our editing, with our wit, with our humor, with our sarcasm. But you drifted into that place where we can't even save you. You have to save yourself. It's not up to us. You got to do something with your channel. You're the one creating the content. If you've got lots of people saying the same thing, obviously maybe they're not wrong. If they're saying your content is boring and they're sick of you doing drugs on camera and getting greened out, if they're sick of you eating constantly, especially the same freaking thing, that paneer, I just can't stand that paneer anymore. Maybe change it up. Maybe change the record. And then you might get your views back. And then you might get some money. Maybe the reason why your views are sucking is because you made that little comment in Cuba saying, "I'm going to be sweet as pie after I manipulate the F out of you and you're going to eat it up." Yeah, we remember that and we're not going to let anybody forget. We saw who you really were that night and we have not forgotten about it and we're not going to let other people forget about it. You said it, we captured it, now live with it. Sweet and Spicy Beauty says she's doing this so people feel sorry for her. Don't play into her games. No, don't feel sorry for Chantal. Nobody feels sorry for Chantal because I guarantee you, whoever's watching this React video, whatever VI beaters are watching this, she makes more money than you do. And if she's an idiot with her money, and if she's spending $300 or $400 a month on Starbucks, and if she's spending $1,000 plus on green, and if she's giving thousands to Nader, and because of that she's broke, it's her fault. It's not your fault. And it's not your obligation to make up for her financial stupidity. Pay your own stuff. Pay your bills, pay your rent. Don't worry about Chantal. Let her learn the hard way because she needs to learn. You can't just spend and spend and spend and then go back to the public that gave you that money and say to those people, "I need more." No, no, you don't need more money. You need more sense. You need some common sense with money. You need not to be so foolish with your money. Do not expect people to financially compensate you for being so foolish with your funds. That's what you need to do. Let's see. El Ballerina says, "Well, you said you wish you weren't rich and that you didn't care that you were poor. Just have enough money to pay your bills. Well, it looks like your wish may have come true." Yep, she said that. "I have so much money. I hate money. Da 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 da." Well, let's see how well you adjust to struggling. Let's see. So I don't want to linger too many in the comments of this one. So let's go on to the coffee bees. And I'm not going to play much of this live stream, but there was an interesting part that I want to play. So let's just get started with this. Oh, and by the way, this live stream right here, this one, I've noticed a pattern with Chantal over the years that I've watched her. She will go through periods where she'll do a series of rage streams, and then she'll do a couple of playing nice streams where she's nice to everybody and in good spirits. That is her manipulating the audience and getting their attention off the fact that she just got through being rude to everybody. She's deflecting away from people being mad at her so that they don't leave her channel and cancel their memberships. So that's what this stream was about. Her going to get coffee and playing nice with everybody, trying to make everybody forget the things that she said in the Taco Hell live stream. That's what this was. She didn't talk about anything important. She didn't address anything. It was her just blah, blah, blahing about nothing, but it was blah, blah, blahing with a purpose. Let me just put on a different attitude and distract you guys from being mad at me so that I don't lose too many members. So let's just play it from here.
I ordered some resin, so I'm just going to pick that up in my mailbox. I don't go to my mailbox that often. Pete's usually, the mailbox you actually have to walk to, Pete's usually goes to that one. I always go. We have a community mailbox, and then we have a mailbox where...
See, she's blah blahing about nothing important that nobody cares about.
like beside the house. And, yeah. So I just want to say, closing this, that even though it seems like I've just been on a downward spiral, in some ways, yes, things have gotten worse in my life.
You mean like the money?
But through things getting worse, some things have gotten better.
You mean like Nader?
Like I said, I've learned what boundaries are. I've learned more self-love. I've learned...
How you figure? How have you learned self-love when you're not taking care of yourself? Your house is still disgusting. You're not taking care of your cats. What self-love are you talking about? Eating paneer every day. How is that taking care of yourself? Please explain.
Some people you're just not compatible with in certain ways. And I've learned to be more tolerant of certain things. I've learned to be more forgiving. I've learned that...
Oh, really? Hold on. She's learned to be more forgiving, guys. This live stream was done yesterday. Let's see if she sounds forgiving here.
I don't know how forgiving or not wanting to talk about details about what happened or whatever means I'm lying. You guys can think I'm lying or lied or whatever all you want. I don't care. So that's what happened. So Puka Mom, that's not my problem. Two firms already proved both you and I were girls. Why am I sad? So that's it.
So does she sound like a forgiving person? Does she sound like a forgiving person? She went from that to this. Oh, but everything's okay and everything's so I'm such a forgiving person. No, you weren't. In that live stream, you were acting like a real B to people. You were acting like a real B, big time. And now you're trying to make up for it by playing all nicey nice with everybody because you know that people are getting more and more tired of your crap and they're leaving your channel and they're canceling their memberships, and you are at a place, Chantal, where you can't afford that. You literally can't afford that. You went on a blocking spree yesterday, but you're not doing it today because you know you just keep pushing people. They're going to push back and to the point where you're homeless. So you need to cool yourself down and cut it out with the natitude. It's getting old.
People, human beings are fucked up, man. We're all fucked. And instead, if we can just all try to understand one another, you know, just be a lot easier for everyone. And just being negative makes things like your attitude on things can make a situation night and day. Like for real, I'm
not Chantal trying to give advice to people about having a better attitude and a better outlook on life when her life sucks and the way she treats people sucks. The way she treats her own paying members sucks. Not Chantal doing that, giving advice to anyone on how to have a happier life when she herself does not have one. Her life is falling apart every which way on every level of herself. But now she's trying to turn into a life coach. Girl, stop. You can just stop right there. You know, if you want to lead by example, you got to set an example. Don't you know that? Then people might listen to you. Until then, no. So let's go to the comments section of this live stream. Kat says, if Didi indeed kicked him out and you're paying his new rent, you just officially won the contest for the most desperate, obese woman. It was close at one point, but you went and got it like a pro. I don't know if she's paying his rent. I don't know the situation with Nader, if he's still with Didi. But you know what, guys? It's a patience game. If you ever want to know what's going on with Chantal and Nader, you just got to be patient. If we see Nader stream at Didi's house in the kitchen again, we will know that he's still there. And if we don't see him stream over at Didi's house, then we'll know that for sure that he's gone. But all we got to do is just sit and wait. We'll find out eventually. Channel says, what women look for in a man: job, skills, car, home, stability, humor, talent, looks. What Chantal looks for: broke, homeless, 4 teeth. You know, I will say this about Chantal. It just seems like when she looks for a partner, she doesn't look for somebody who has stability, who has independence, someone who has their own means. She's always on the hunt for a person that is at a disadvantage somehow, whether it's the fact that English is not their first language or they're lacking in funds. She looks for that. She's very predatory like that. She looks for someone that's maybe not in the best way as far as money, because that's the only thing of value that she has to offer up to somebody is money. Or at least she did have it, but that's going away pretty quickly. But she's never looking for a guy locally that has their act together, that has a job, has money, has a car. You know why? Because that's someone she cannot control. She likes to have control. Notice that the men in her life, that are around her are men that they don't have their own financial means. And she's pretty much got them under her thumb. You know, hold on a second, doggone Discord. I'm sorry for the noise, guys. I'll turn off the notifications. But Pete doesn't have a job, doesn't have money. So, you know, she can control him. And Nader is the same way. Nader is the same way. It's always men that she wants to control. It's always men that she wants to control. She would never go for a guy that has his own money, has his own car, has his own home, because that would mean that person is in control of themselves And if she tried any crap, they would look at her and go, I'm not happy with you. Bye. But a guy with nothing, she can pull her nonsense and they will put up with her. Miss Anthrophobe says, I hope you see this, Austin Beezer. Do not let her manipulate you again. Trust your instincts. She's exactly who you saw in the Cuba rage. She said it herself. Mask off. Give your support to someone who deserves it, not this lying liar who lies. She'll never change. It's who she is. What's really interesting and mysterious about Austin Beezer is that he posted those videos last night that I reacted to, and then he removed them. So he said in the one video that he was doing it to kind of wake up other Beezers, and yet he took the videos down, which I thought was really strange. If you're posting the video for awareness, why take the videos down? Why not leave them up? But he did. Summer Flower says, I want to be taken seriously. LOL. Anyways, it's embarrassing how giddy she gets when she's on her way to see him. Yeah, that was another community post that she put. She wants to be taken seriously. Well, if you want to be taken seriously, Chantal, you got to give us the one thing that you've been holding back. The one single solitary thing you've been holding back from us, and that's the truth. You've shared all of your ailments with us, your STDs. You've shared your diabetes with us. You've shared the trauma. You shared your problem with food. You shared us the fights with Nader. But the one thing you keep holding on to that you're so selfish that you won't give us is the truth. And that's all we want. We want the truth. And here's the kicker. Telling the truth is a lot easier than telling a lie. Because when you tell the truth, you don't have to make up a dozen lies to cover up the first lie. When you lie, that means you have to keep lying and keep lying and keep lying and keep lying. And you got to remember all the lies you told, and it can get pretty hairy that way. Give us the one thing we're asking for, the truth. And then some of the static might go away. Let's see. Amber Nicole says, be sure to donate Box Mountain to Koki. He could really use a cardboard to build him a shack under the bridge or at the park. I don't think it'll get that far. I think Chantal would spend every last penny she's got to put him up in a motel room if that's all she could do. But I honestly feel that the reason why she's cleaning the house now is because Nader is either going to come to live part-time or visit part-time when she wants to see him. Ivana says, you skipped this one, guys. She's back to doing the fake positivity and happy thing after raining today, and says she's going out and possibly going to the bar tonight. Saves you an hour. Yeah, like the live stream, there was nothing there, y'all. That's why we're doing the comments. I told y'all, there's nothing to react to. There's nothing to react to. I'll stick to the comments section. I look through it. I peek through it to see if there's anything of note. If there's not, we just stick to the comments, and that's just the way it is. There's no sense of reacting to something if there's nothing there. We're going to stick to what's interesting and leave the rest alone. Wait for the next live stream. Let's see. Miss Power says, I don't think you realize how fortunate you were that Dee Dee took care of Nader. If you think you're broke now, oh sugar, you're in for a rude awakening, because taking on Nader as your responsibility will financially, mentally, and emotionally cripple you. But hey, it's your life, and I will always love that for you. Yeah, she thinks that the situation with Nader right now is severe. Wait till they move in together. I want that. I want that for her. I want them to move in together. I want them to live stream it. I want to see the fireworks. I want to see the drama. That would be amazing. Oh, the reaction channels would have a ball with that. That would certainly beat the content she's putting out on her own. So I bless this union between these two. I bless the wedding. I send congratulations. If it's going to happen, let it happen. Oh, please let it happen. Please give us something to work with over here on the reaction side. I want it to happen so badly. Let's see. Random Nothing says this entire stream was for her to manipulate her VIP's viewers and in forgiving Nader. Why she kept saying we should all be happy, forgive one another, and move on. She repeatedly said this multiple times, how effed we are as human beings, etc. But that didn't work, so she repeatedly said it again. She wants, well, I guess in this live stream she was saying, oh, we should forgive each other. No, what she meant was she wants us to forgive him so that he can come on stream with her. She really, really wants that. She misses doing those couple streams with him. She wants that so badly, and she's been salty and bitter ever since, knowing that she can't bring him on. She wants to bring him on because that would be another way for her to help his channel, because as long as they're separated, his channel is suffering. Langley says, if you don't learn or understand at this age that you better secure your own future before you continue paying for others' lifestyles, I feel really bad for you. There is a difference between enjoying life and just being downright silly and immature. Imagine a 38-year-old woman already supporting a grown man that lives in your home and is there anything else? Doggone it. Anyway, you know what though, Langley? Think about it. She's not just supporting Nader. She's supporting Pete's, her cats, Dee Dee, herself. I mean, that's a lot on her plate, but that's the way she wanted it. She wanted all of that. She configured all of that. And now that she structured everything the way she did, she's got to deal with it. You know, she's got a bunch of people on her payroll, and since she's the captain of the ship, she's got to take care of her crew. So Mandy Valdez says, it's the entitlement for me. She acts like we all owe her something. That's Chantal to a T. She thinks she's entitled. She's spoiled rotten. Nothing is her fault. She's the victim. Whatever happens, it's somebody else's responsibility. She will never grow up that way. She is like a female, bigger version of Peter Pan. Let's see. Lori Benner says, if you learned self-love, you would have followed through with all the promises you made to yourself when you were in Cuba. But instead, you came home, ran back to him, get high every night, and stuff your face. Literally nothing changed except maybe your weight. Yeah, all the promises she made to people, has she stuck to any one of them? No. No, absolutely not. She's become more cocky, more arrogant, more bitchy, more rude than she's ever been, because now that she had her channel taken away and given back, she thinks she's untouchable. She honestly thinks that. I'm untouchable. Like, YouTube will never remove me, so I can just do whatever I want. Well, Chantal, if the reaction channels stop reacting to you, they find something else to do, you're screwed. Because part of your protection has been us. That's why YouTube didn't take your channel. Not all the way. Because of all the money the reaction channels make for YouTube, because we're covering you. But if we're not covering you, there's part of your protection gone. Let's see. Next comment. Let's see. Looking for another good comment. Everybody in the comments is thinking that Dee Dee tossed Nader out. I don't know if that's true. Maybe Dee Dee's just taking a break from Nader. And that's why her and Chantal switch off with him. You know, like to give Dee Dee a break, you know, she hands him off to Chantal. And while he's with Chantal, he gets money and he gets his drugs. I mean, you know, I'm sure that living with Nader it's hectic. So that's the agreement. Oh, you know, they got joint custody. You get Nader for a certain period of time, and while he's gone, I can relax and get my work done. Maybe that's the agreement. But like I said, we will know if he's completely gone from Dee Dee's, if he never pops up cooking in her kitchen again. If he does, then we'll know that he's still there. It's just a waiting game, guys. Let's just be patient. We'll find out soon enough. Let's see. Christina says you deserve jail time and having your channel permanently taken down for fabricating false legal documents. That is beyond low, even for you. The amount of money you've sucked out of your naive women supporters who actually thought you were a victim, you have crossed the line, Chantal. Well, you guys already know my thoughts and my feelings on her exploiting DV and SA. You know them very well. You know what she's done, picking topics like that to exploiting those triggering subjects and triggering people in her audience. It's disgusting and vile. Those things should never have been made into profitable arcs, especially multiple times, because she's talked about that stuff multiple times. She just can't stay away from them because they are so profitable for her. But you're right. She has exploited the pain and the suffering and the bad experiences of others. And in my opinion, her bringing that stuff on her channel, it's like someone walking up to another person, scraping at the scars of another person with a knife, and then taking those scars and turning them into dollar signs, or taking that knife and cutting open the scars, and making somebody bleed just for profit's sake. Here, I'm going to remind you of something bad that happened to you. I'm going to trigger that memory. I'm going to trigger the memory of that experience. And by doing that, you're going to feel sorry for me. You're going to feel sympathetic for me. And you're going to feel kind of a kinship. We're going to trauma bond. And by doing that, you're going to give me money. That's what she's done with her audience, talking about DV and SA. And it's also wrong that she exploited her own problem with food for money. As I said, if you got an ED, you need to go to therapy. You need to go to counseling. You do not need to turn around and give it a job. That's not what an ED is. It's not something you use for profit. But Chantal is a black hole with no bottom when it comes to remorse and regret. She'll turn anything negative into something profitable. She'll find a way. She always does. Uh, Number one fan says that 1 hour, 4 minutes. None of you, the guys I talk about, were made up. Sure, girl. She still thinks people are going to believe her to be a credible source. The girl who cried essay and said, just joking, let's be, tee. Yeah, here's another thing about that letter that she received. Here's something else that I find weird. She was awfully happy hearing that the charges were dropped. Don't you guys think that's weird? This person who's gone on record saying that Nader did all kinds of horrible things to her, she's awfully happy that the charges got dropped. Strange, isn't it? Really strange. Celebrating almost that the charges got dropped. You have to wonder about that. Why would she celebrate? Why is she so happy? Not the least bit stressed about that. L Ballerina says May Anderson said none of her correspondences from police or the Crown look anything like what Chantal showed. Another confirmation it's fake. May Anderson has done some videos. I haven't watched them, but I've already showed you guys proof in the video before this one that letter is 100% bona fide fake. There's so much wrong with that letter. The 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 Gatineau police seal, it's too small. It's off center. There's no letterhead. There's no information on there. It was on the wrong kind of paper. It wasn't creased. The information was placed in wrong places. She only showed us half a letter. I mean, I could just keep going. You guys can watch the video if you haven't already. But it was a fake. She printed out that letter herself. It was phony, absolutely phony. Let's see. Next comment. You know what? I think we're done here. I'm going to cut it off here. Hope you guys have enjoyed this react video. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you very much for watching and have a good one. Bye-bye.